In two different parts of Houston, the same scene, surveillance cameras lying on the ground. Two near Memorial Park, two more near Washington Avenue and Westcott, all part of Flock Safety's automated license plate reader network used by Houston police and other law enforcement agencies.
This is what's left of the Flock camera on Northeast 23rd Avenue near 47th Street here in Pleasant Hill.
Milford police continue their investigation into 3 damaged automated license plate reader cameras in the city. It's also known as Flock cameras.
Another Flock camera damaged in Troy. The police department reporting it happened early this morning.
The saga of fighting against Flock cameras continues as North Carolina police ask public for tips on IDing 2 guys who took down one brand new camera.
Hey, just want to let everybody know they're doing a great job with these Flock cameras. So it's gotten to the point in the United States where Flock is unable to pay to replace the amount of cameras that are being damaged by people, vehicles. Like, people are really taking a stand against these cameras and the invasion of privacy that it truly is.
Not too long ago, I did a video using the general public for your personal content. And one of the #1 comments and conversations that just kept coming up repeatedly in that comment section was about Flock cameras. It was a lot of people that was very upset about Flock cameras. And on social media right now, as you can see, it's a lot of people upset about Flock cameras. So today we're going to take a look at the conversation surrounding these Flock cameras. What it look like, TV?
I am back. What it do, baby?
YouTube's own Varnell Hill.
Did you miss me?
Your very own spokesman for the Insidians. We're inside and we're comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
And I'm back with another one. Now today, y'all, before we even get started, I want to give a clear disclaimer.
But listen up now. This is serious.
We are endorsing none of this behavior. What It Look Like TV in no way endorses any destruction of public property or private property or anyone's property besides your own property. I don't endorse going out and destroying anything. But what we are doing is we are taking a look at this conversation surrounding Flock cameras. And Flock cameras basically are getting destroyed all across the country right now. People are making it clear that they do not agree with this whole Flock camera agenda.
So that's one of them Flock cameras that somebody knocked down and then put a flag on it. So people are fighting back for these Flock cameras. That's crazy, right? And then somebody put a flag on it.
Hey guys, it's Wisco Cowboy here. Flock cameras in Wisconsin, they're finding out the hard way. Look what I just stumbled upon. Now, for the cops watching this or the feds watching this, I did not cut it down, but I fully support whoever did. I'll tell you that much.
After I made this video, I fully understand why the whole Flock camera conversation dominated the comment section of that video. It's because it's like every city, every area, coast to coast, they're taking these Flock cameras down. Houston.
In two different parts of Houston, the same scene, surveillance cameras lying on the ground. Two near Memorial Park, two more near Washington Avenue and Westcott, all part of Flock Safety's automated license plate reader network used by Houston police and other law enforcement agencies. Houston police confirming an investigation into this. While the motive is unknown, the technology itself has drawn criticism in the past from people concerned about the data they're collecting. Texas Southern University professor Howard Henderson, founding director of the Center for Justice Research, says the backlash reflects broader concerns over privacy and who ultimately has access to the information these cameras collect.
For many in society, they're looking at what the negative unintended consequences may be if this information gets leaked or someone uses it and finds itself in the wrong hands.
A crowdsourced map from dflock.org shows thousands of flock cameras across the greater Houston area. Because anyone can submit locations, ABC 13 cannot independently verify the data shown, but we know that multiple law enforcement agencies use the cameras. The Harris County Sheriff's Office previously credited the cameras with helping recover stolen vehicles and locating 2 kidnapped children. But Henderson says there's growing public unease over surveillance technology and artificial intelligence.
Sensitivities are heightened and people are very concerned about someone watching them and what they're doing with that information.
That was in Houston. It's also going on in Iowa.
This is what's left of the flock camera on Northeast 23rd Avenue near 47th Street here in Pleasant Hill. It looks like someone cut the pole holding it in half. The destruction nor the investigation end there, because on the north side of Northeast 23rd Avenue is what's left of the camera, battery, and other parts of the flock system.
It's a little bit disheartening, just destruction of property.
Captain Amy Kramer is with the Pleasant Hill Police Department. She is well aware of similar destruction of flock cameras around the state. Captain Kramer understands there may be some confusion over what she calls an investigatory tool.
I know there's a lot of controversy over cameras of this nature in general. Part of it, I think, is a little bit of misinformation. These don't track people or follow people around.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Are you sure about that?
Just yesterday in Greene County, a deputy was arrested and fired. Investigators say Quenisha Goss accessed flock data for personal reasons multiple times over the course of 3 months without law enforcement justification.
These don't track people or follow people around.
A similar story in South Georgia. 5 Albany officers were arrested on Monday. You see their names listed there. The GBI says an internal audit found that the officers used the flock system multiple times for non-law enforcement purposes.
These don't track people or follow people around.
And just a few weeks ago in Cherokee County, our own Atlanta News First investigation found these 3 deputies have been fired for allegedly misusing flock. Sergeant Mike Creedon, Lieutenant Chris Bryan, and Deputy Cynthia Jodeci were all charged.
These don't track people or follow people around.
We have an update on that CMPD officer arrested, accused of inappropriately using flock surveillance cameras. Authorities now sharing Officer Seth Elliott is accused of accessing the flock system to gather and share information with a suspected drug dealer. Court documents say Elliott used the system to look up the license plate of an undercover officer after a suspected drug dealer asked him to. Investigators say Elliott then shared the information with the suspect. He has posted a $15,000 bond and is due back in court next month.
These don't track people or follow people around.
Right.
Joe Tewell lives just off of Northeast 23rd Avenue.
I personally do not love cameras.
He wonders whether concerns or disapproval of the cameras were motive in the destruction. Regardless, Tewell says there is no excuse for anyone to destroy a flock camera.
I'm not in favor of anybody vandalizing property that's not theirs. But obviously people have some strong feelings about, feeling their rights are being violated by they're cutting down a camera.
Captain Kramer says replacing the flock camera will cost as much as $7,000, funding that will come from the city.
If the potholes have increased in your city, now you know exactly why. $7,000 for those little rinky-dink cameras.
Captain Kramer says replacing the flock camera will cost as much as $7,000.
Those are $70 Amazon cameras, and the city's being charged $7,000 per flock camera for that setup right there. Later on, we're going to get into exactly what it is, and you're going to see exactly why I'm saying this. But $7,000 a camera is another reason or another example of how these companies get these government and these statewide contracts, and they totally overcharge and take advantage of us, the taxpayers. We paying $7,000 a camera?
Man, this is some bullshit.
Milford police continue their investigation into 3 damaged automated license plate reader cameras in the city. It's also known as flock cameras. Police say they were damaged on July 15th. These devices sparking privacy concerns among some residents since they were installed. The city says flock cameras take photos of license plates, including the time and date that the vehicle passed by. Officials telling News 8 that the data stays with Milford for 30 days.
I don't believe that. I feel like it's just scary having like your information just being uploaded to a cloud and then you just don't know where it's going.
But officials say these ALPRs help to solve crimes.
I think they're good to definitely catch criminals and different things like that. So, again, I think they're good. Everywhere you go today, there's ring cams, there's in the grocery stores, everywhere. So if you're afraid of your privacy, then you shouldn't be, either you're doing something wrong or you should just stay home.
But that's not one of Rick's concerns.
I know if they want to see me, they don't need the street cameras. They already have everything they need to invade our lives if they needed to, and hopefully they catch the bad guys in the process.
The saga of fighting against flock cameras continues as North Carolina police ask public for tips on IDing two guys who took down one brand new camera. People have been trolling with calling in and saying that these two are Batman and Robin, Lone Ranger and Tonto, and even Scooby and Shaggy. Meanwhile, someone has even mapped out the flock camera takeover of the US from 2024 to 2026, with many saying the book, 1984, is coming to life.
Now, with all this destruction of public property, you know darn well people are getting caught, especially when they're destroying something that's a tracking technology that's used to track you. People are getting caught for destroying these flock cameras.
Another flock camera damaged in Troy. The police department reporting it happened early this morning, but this time a suspect has been taken into custody. Officers responded to the area of 126th Street and 2nd Avenue around 1:30 a.m. Mayor Carmela Mantello's office says the entire license plate reader was destroyed. Saw it off the pole with the panel broken and wires cut. 25-year-old Vincent P. Harrington of Troy was found in the immediate area, matching a description called in with a saw believed to have been used in the incident. Harrington has been charged with second-degree criminal mischief and attempted criminal mischief. He was arraigned in Troy City Court and released. Mayor Mantello posted a statement, in part, quote, "Anyone who attempts to damage or disable this technology is not just vandalizing city property. They are attempting to undermine a tool that helps keep our neighbors safe." Troy Indivisible also sent CBS 6 the following statement, in part, quote, "Our chapter has taken our opposition to flock devices through the appropriate channels, presenting our concerns to the city council and the mayor. We have been patient in this endeavor while the mayor continues to ignore the wishes of her constituents. There is still a different flock camera up in the nearby area in front of the Walgreens. 3 others were vandalized around the Collar City just last week. Troy PD does not believe Harrington was involved in the prior damage or graffiti from back in May. Anyone with information is asked to contact the department."
Well, one thing that we know for certain about flock cameras is they do not help stop graffiti. Flock cameras are not going to bring the graffiti rates down in your area. We can see that by that video right there. But if you out here playing these freedom fighting games, you better know what you're doing, because like I said, people are getting caught and they going to jail.
A man accused of destroying license plate reader cameras in Monterey County was allegedly caught by other cameras. The Monterey County Sheriff's Office says 40-year-old Marcus B. of Pismo Beach intentionally damaged at least 3 flock safety automated license plate recognition cameras. Investigators say B traveled into Monterey County and targeted cameras in the communities of Lockwood and Bradley, causing thousands of dollars in damage. But according to the Sheriff's Office, nearby surveillance cameras captured the alleged vandalism. Detectives say that footage, combined with other investigative leads, helped identify B as the suspect. He was later arrested and booked into the Monterey County Jail on suspicion of felony vandalism. His bail was set at $30,000. The Sheriff's Office says the cameras are used to help solve crimes, recover stolen vehicles, locate missing people, and identify vehicles connected to investigations ranging from property crimes to shootings and homicides. Officials also emphasized that the cameras are not used for civil immigration enforcement or federal immigration investigations. Sheriff Tina Nieto said attempts to disable these systems will not prevent investigators from doing their jobs. And in this case, the suspect's alleged actions were in fact captured by surveillance cameras. B has been arrested, but the charge remains an allegation unless proven in court. Reporting in Salinas, I'm Chris Cerny.
As you can see, the odds of getting caught committing a crime like this are fairly high because you're destroying tracking technology. So you're going to be tracked after you destroy the technology. That's why a majority of people online are advising people against this behavior.
Do not buy a cheap green laser pointer, 1 milliwatt or above, and shine them on a flock camera, because that would be wrong. It would destroy the delicate sensors in those flock cameras, and we don't like that here at the Lincoln Project. No one should buy those easily available on eBay, Amazon, and other places, super inexpensive green laser pointers, and shine them on flock cameras to destroy their lenses. That would be absolutely wrong, and I condemn it utterly.
Thank you so much for that condemnation, Rick. I would never do something like that, and I am so
It would just be wrong.
It would be so wrong.
Flock cameras, as people probably know by now, are an incredibly pervasive new surveillance system. They track, they take pictures of your car, of you, of your license plate. They match it with your phone data, all this stuff. There are about 80,000 of them now. They're planning to put hundreds of thousands more out, and local law enforcement are abusing them at scale.
This is a flock camera, one of about 100,000 installed across the United States to watch over you and keep you safe. But there are criminals among us who believe that these violate their privacy and human rights. These hooligans are going out and purchasing battery-operated reciprocating saws like this one and 6-inch Diablo steel demon blades, knowing it's more efficient and quieter than angle grinders. They go out dressed in non-identifying disposable clothing, including work gloves and full face coverage so as to not display the color of their skin, their eyes, their hair color, or their tattoos. Of course, these people are careful, so they make purchases in cash and keep no receipts. In preparation of their illicit activities, these vile individuals use dflock.org to pick a target and plan a route that avoids camera detection. With all phones, smartwatches, and geolocating devices left at home, these villains know if they're not caught in the act, they'll get away scot-free. I've set up a demonstration on my private property to show you just how efficient the lunatics have become. With their saw wrapped in a trash bag, they approach from behind the camera's line of sight and tear right through this black aluminum alloy post. Hopefully Flock has secured the cameras a little better so they don't get a personal injury lawsuit. Once these degenerates have destroyed the post, they go for the camera too, even the solar panel. They're thorough in their destruction to ensure maximum monetary loss, and they always leave the remnants behind as a visceral message to all. After this, the cold-hearted anarchist makes their predetermined getaway, casually yet swift. By adhering to this specific set of principles, this wild subculture of flock hunters ensures that their MO is always the same. The modus operandi never changes. That way, if one of their members is picked up by law enforcement, they will face one charge of vandalism, but tying them to any previous or subsequent acts of destruction will be nearly impossible for the prosecutor. Some say flock hunters are domestic, others true patriots protecting our rights, our freedom, and our future. As for me, well, I'm just an unbiased, independent journalist.
As you can see, a lot of people from the general public are really begging and pleading with people not to do this behavior. But I think the real people that are begging for people to stop doing this is Flock itself, because Flock is running out of money because they can't replace all these cameras at the rate that they're being destroyed.
People are now hitting flock cameras with their cars as dissent continues to grow nationwide. It's gotten so bad that Flock is now unable to pay for the destroyed cameras to be replaced. One of the areas where vandalism has surged recently is Ashland, Ohio. Investigators revealed that multiple tactics were used. Some camera poles were directly rammed by vehicles, allegedly including dump trucks and semi-trucks, while other units were smashed using a club or baseball bat. Law enforcement is currently trying to use neighboring, undamaged flock cameras to track down the vehicles involved in the destruction. These protests are continuing to grow every single day, and it's being chronically underreported. Some of the states include Texas, Georgia, Virginia, and South Carolina, just to name a few. In several states, anti-surveillance activists are putting American flags at the site of the destroyed cameras.
Camera has been cut down, completely sprayed over with an American flag on it, and not far away there's another flock camera on the ground as well. HPD says it's investigating this, but so far there are more questions than answers.
And according to recent reports, the surge in destruction is creating a massive financial headache for local governments. While Flock used to replace vandalized cameras for free, they've quietly updated their terms. So now, towns are locked into 100% replacement costs if they don't buy separate, expensive premium insurance packages.
Devil is in the details, y'all. That end part was what you should have been listening to.
They've quietly updated their terms, so now towns are locked into 100% replacement costs.
Basically, you keep destroying these cameras, we're going to start taxing you out the wazoo through your taxpayer dollars to replace these cameras. That's what I heard at the end of that. But anyway, man, Flock is starting to catch on, man. They done caught on after 10,000 cameras destroyed, and they're trying to be a little sneaky and trickier with these cameras now.
Yeah, you might think it's just an innocent little speed reader, right? Oh, look at this. Volusia Sheriff's own this one. Gets my speed. I might even be able to get 5 miles an hour out of it from running. But what lurks on the back of it? Not there, but right there. Look at that. Someone did some custom metal fabricating and decided to put a Flock camera, a mobile one, anywhere they want to put it in the speed reader. It's probably getting a picture of my wiener right now. However, look at that. Right on the board. You're safe. The sheriff. Partially on the sidewalk. There's the number. And it is working. I mean, you can see when you cover the light up a little bit. This thing is working. Working well. Solar powered mobile command ALPR on demand anywhere you want it, right there.
I'm just going to be honest with you, man. If this is the fight you fight, and this is an uphill battle, man, they just going to start charging us more and more for every camera that you destroy. And these cameras are so small and so compact that they can be installed and put pretty much anywhere.
Hello, I'm coming to you live as a former Flock safety camera installer. I just wanted to educate the public on a few ways these cameras are installed all over the country, right? The cameras are installed using these kind of clamps, right? We use 2 of them, okay? They use an 8mm typically, or a flathead, 8mm or flathead socket that can be attached to an impact to drive or to remove these clamps. We can install or remove a camera in less than 15 seconds. The solar panel is what powers the camera, and there's no long cables running underground to power. There's a battery backup and a solar panel. That's it. The camera can last all night, basically, even a little longer with its battery backup. They broadcast 5G, and they obviously have a battery backup.
These things can be thrown anywhere at any time, man. But to be fair, man, it's a lot of people out there that are pro Flock camera. They see the benefits in having these cameras everywhere, and they're pleading with people, honestly, to stop because these can help us. That's their viewpoint.
What in the world are you guys doing? Another one. You gotta stop doing this. These things are not bad. They are not bad at all. They're good for. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. You guys don't listen. These things are just checking you to make sure that you're okay. It's keeping you safe. 20 billion scans a month. They are keeping you safe. That's all this is for. It's nothing bad. Please. Look at this. Someone went over here and meleeed this thing and just destroyed it for no reason. This could have helped someone with a registration, could have helped someone, have their car searched so that basically they knew they're safe. The cop could have stopped them if they had a registration expired or something like that, and then check their car, make sure they're safe. But now it's destroyed. There's nothing it can do anymore. It is absolutely destroyed. There is another one over here though. So that one at least can check the traffic going this way down here and make sure that you're safe. You have to make sure that's all these are for. They're to keep you safe. 20 billion scans a month for safety. Keeps all the families safe. These tag readers keep families safe. These people riding their bikes, the tag readers keep all the families safe. 20 billion scans a month. You shouldn't destroy them. Stop destroying them. They're for our safety. This little planet we live on, they need to know everywhere we are. The government needs to know where we are. This has got to stop. This one here is an Osteen. Why do this? I mean, the person that did this had to use a stick. They're not tall and big enough man to just come over here and drive by it and be normal. They had to come over here and destroy it. Safe. It's safety. Look at all the people that Orange City had stopped. Look at Orange City. One of their cops was arrested. They falsely arrested him for keeping tabs on his girlfriend with a tag reader and other tracking methods. He was trying to keep her safe. That's all this is. Safety. That car right there, no longer safe. No longer safe. This one going by. This is safety. You have to stop. The Edgewater cops that tracked the other guy that was protesting, they wanted to make sure he was safe. Make sure he was fully safe. That's all these are for. Stop breaking them. Stop destroying them. Safety. Get those in your words. I pledge allegiance to the flag or the flock camera of the United States of America, to which it stands, one nation under surveillance, indivisible, with liberty and tracking for all. Safety. All safety.
I do not feel safe right now.
I don't feel safe right now.
I also don't feel safe.
Well, there you go, man. That's the conversation surrounding these flock cameras, man. Y'all was real adamant bringing these flock cameras up. Like I said, when I did that last video and when I was scrolling through TikTok one day, I bumped into the conversation and I started to understand exactly why. It seems like I said, all across the country right now, people have, something to say about this. They want a voice in this conversation, and some people are actually taking actions out there in the street. And I want to reiterate one more time that we at What It Look Like TV and us Insidians, we in no way endorse any destruction of public property. We were just looking into a conversation about these flock cameras, man. So with that being said, man, this video right here is going to end like all the other videos. Hit me up in the comments section and let me know how you feel about everything you have just witnessed.
Tell me how you felt about what just happened there.
And if you made it to this point in the video, you are my MVP.
It was a stone groove, my man.
I'm out of here.
Flock cameras just got an update and you won't believe it. We all thought they were just scanning license plates, maybe tracking humans a tad bit, but who would have thought it could get that much worse? A developer was just walking around trying to figure out exactly what was going on with their infrastructure, and he found that the signal trace integration is already live. You're saying, Lonnie, what the f is a signal trace integration? Well, it's a little cheap device they add on to any existing flock camera that when it's scanning you or your license plate, it also pulls the Bluetooth identifier from your phone, matches that to your profile, so they'll never need a camera to track you again. Pretty cool, right?
We are screwed.